Hello, everyone. Welcome to the inaugural episode of Between Two Furs, the Valentine's Day Spectacular. I am Alina the Lioness, your host today, and I am joined by my fellow co-host, junibnuuy. Junie, would you mind telling yourself about us?
Hello, everyone. I'm junibnuuy, very new to Twitch. If you haven't heard of me, I am Alina's good friend and editor. Alina's kind of my boss at this point, even though they don't want to admit it.
What?
But yeah, this is gonna be. First of all, happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Happy
Oh my goodness.
Valentine's.
We're going to have a fun time right now. If you haven't been following us, we've been planning this for some time, and I'm really excited.
Oh yeah.
Really excited.
Yeah. So with it being Valentine's Day, I thought it'd be fun to make it the Valentine's Day special where we're doing Valentine's related topics. We're also later on in the episode, we'll be fielding viewer submitted stories of funny dates or bad dates, whatever you want. If the chat would like to contribute to this and have them read up on stream, I will post the link. I would really appreciate it. So it's not just me monologuing about my horrific dates, which, oh boy, chat. And
Alina
to the viewers,
has a lot.
there are a
Alina
lot.
has For some reason, I've only had normal dating experiences, so I'm willing to hear about yours. And if yours are relatively normal, then I'm concerned about my experiences.
Oh no. Oh no.
I went on a couple dates, and it might have been questionable. I'm not sure.
All right. Well, you'll have to wait on that till when we get to that section.
Oh, yeah.
In addition, chat, we'll be looking at playing some games, specifically some romance stories that you guys submit. So we'll go on Steam later on and look at them and see what you guys want me to watch or to play. Bad date posts. What could possibly go wrong? Surprisingly, there wasn't that many submitted before the podcast, which makes me slightly disappointed. But I'm sure we can get more. And I can monologue too. And we might pull from Reddit. In addition to that, I might give some Alina dating advice from my perspective, which could be horribly wrong. So it's just a little lioness on the internet's dating opinions. So yeah.
And it probably will be wrong, but it's going to be forced down every viewer's throat.
You'll have to listen. Viewer and listener.
Horrible.
All right. So I would like to bring up, before we go on to the topic for today, I would like to bring up some things that are more fun going on in my own life. Like for me, I may have fucked up in my life. And let's just say I ordered the Pizza Hut special. They have a $25 Pizza Hut deal right now, which is like, oh, that's such a good deal. Which it is, because $25 for one, it's 2 medium pizzas, 8 wings, cheese sticks. That's so much food. If I go to like Papa John's, it's like $25 for one pizza. Anyways, I fucked up because I ordered I upgraded to a large stuffed crust pizza for $3 more. And then it came here, I'm like, oh, I'm no longer hosting a party. This was for me. So I ate 3 slices of pizza and felt like I was going to die. And
I feel like there was some other words exchanged that night that might have clued Alina into maybe not doing that, but you know.
It was such a good deal.
Got a bunch of pizza.
Yeah.
Just flash freeze it, put it away. We're good to go.
That's honestly, I should probably freeze it because like me being lactose intolerant, I had to order a shit ton of lactate tablets because I ate the cheese sticks. I ate 3 cheese sticks for lunch, and I'm like, I'm feeling it. And last night I was feeling it because, yeah, it's a lot of cheese pizza. Not cheese pizza. Sorry. For the listeners out there, I don't do cheese pizza. Cheese pizza is an abomination on this earth. It's terrible. You should not eat it. It's a good base. You got to build onto it. Anyways, we're not doing the cheese pizza rant today. But
you sure?
No.
Sure.
No, we're not doing it. Not doing it.
Do we discuss the cheese pizza? Okay. To be honest with you, I just one thing to point out about that story. You said that that bundle was the same price as a normal large pizza from Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
First of all, I
and
don't
Papa
like Pizza
John's.
Hut. Yeah. Second of all, I feel like every pizzeria or probably every restaurant in general has this thing where they clearly overprice the pizza. And then they have these bundle deals where it's like, okay, you could have the same pizza plus wings, plus like anything else that the rest of your family wants. Same price. Just add some tip. You're good. It's kind of crazy. This is why I never order for myself over the phone. I need to see the menu. I need to see the menu.
Mm.
There's been so many times where I have to like phone a friend or somebody else that orders consistently from this one local place. And I spent like $32 on a medium pizza. I was like, oh my goodness, this is so expensive. And my mom clued me in on this family deal. Very,
Mm-hmm.
very nice family deal
Mm-hmm.
where it's $3 less, same pizza, plus wings, plus a 2 liter. Oh my
Oh
goodness,
yeah,
bundle deal for the whole
the
family,
bundles. That's where it's at.
plus leftovers. And it's the
Oh yeah.
same, it's less
Mm-hmm.
somehow.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to welcome on new follower, Thomas, who says, I don't understand what's going on, I guess. It doesn't matter. Anyway, hello, what's happening? What's happening? What's up? And good morning or good night. Good evening to you. We are, in fact, talking about pizza deals right now.
Yes.
Does pizza ever go bad? I don't think the shelf life of pizza has ever reached in proximity to humans. 3 weeks in the fridge before mold starts to grow is what when the chatter is like, okay, so I have plenty of time. I don't need to freeze it if I eat it every day. Fuck! I just realized I ordered groceries delivered specifically to get like canola oil spray so you could air fry the pizza. And guess what? I realized I forgot.
The canola spray.
I did. Damn it. Shoot.
I've heard a conversation before of someone putting parchment paper in their air fryer. When I was at the doctor's the other day, I was at the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And they it was really late, so fair enough, I guess. But I think they assumed that nobody was there. There was no patients in that waiting room.
Oh no.
It was so bad, and they were like, "Oh, I'm going to use parchment paper and air fry, I believe wings." They were gonna air fry wings, and one of the nurses mentioned that parchment paper isn't meant to go into an air fryer because one, it could burn, and two,
Yeah, just a bit.
uh like something about like uh s- something that secretes out of it when it gets to hot temperatures, and it could
Ooh.
it could really ruin your health. And I kid you not, the male the male nurse that was standing there said, "Oh, I'm not dead yet. I'm good."
Oh my god.
this is
No.
this is American doctors, US doctors, by the way.
No.
They deal with your health on a daily basis. This is not good. It wasn't a good sign. Glad
Oh
I did not have him
no.
as my nurse.
Oh god.
Something
Oh.
about microplastics or something.
Oh
Oh
no.
my.
Um kind of related to that. I fucked up recently. And I was making dumplings, which Target sells these dumplings. They're like Milo dumplings. I think they sell them at like King Supers, which is the Colorado version of Kroger. And they're really good. They're surprisingly good for frozen dumplings. And so I've been doing this really scuffed method where I take my 12-inch stainless steel, put water in it, boil it. Then I had a little strainer. Well, not a strainer. It's like a flat strainer, if that makes sense. And then I put the dumplings on that because I don't have a steamer basket. Well, I fucked up in that I did not put enough water in my pan. So What
I
ended up,
already know where this is going.
yeah, what ended up happening was it boiled over and boiled out. So I started hearing a smoke smell. And then I'm like, oh God, oh no. And the dumplings have become blackened. Like the paper
Flavor
was almost on fire. And I'm like, oh God, no. And I was like, well, there goes supper for tonight. And then more importantly, my shitty, like my metal thing with the mesh that I was using to hold the dumplings to receive the steam totally ruined. Like the paper had melted onto it, merged together. It was a nightmare. So with that, I was like, well, I'm still hungry. And guess what I fucking did?
Did you order more?
No. Well, there's more to that, but I took the paper, I ripped it off, and it ripped off, and it was like crinkly and like it just fell into a million pieces. But the parts that were still there on the dumpling, I just put it like the top part in my mouth and bit into the soup dumpling. Had the scalding hot soup go into my mouth. I was like, blah, 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 with like, actually, fuck it. Here's some ASMR.
No. Okay. Rewind.
I gargled.
Rewind.
Okay.
So bad. You know what? It's okay because I've overcooked steamed broccoli before, and it came out as mashed broccoli.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Did you say mashed broccoli?
Yeah.
Like, gross.
I used a fork so I could see if it was cooked or not.
Mhm.
And I kid you not, I accidentally mushed like like a quarter of the pot that was clearly overcooked.
Oh no!
Yeah. And I don't know if everyone agrees with this, but broccoli that's overcooked tastes a lot worse.
Oh yeah.
Like really bad.
Mhm.
So just imagine a bowl of mush, a pot of mush.
Oh.
And it's just green stuff.
Oh god.
That is not wasabi. That's not wasabi. Not spicy, tastes horrible.
I can just imagine you have like the mush of the stem. It's right there. And it's like, oh hell yeah, wasabi. Oh god.
It's horrible. No amount of seasoning would be able to save that.
No.
None.
No. Rip pan. Let's read out what chat's saying here. Also, chat, I apologize if I'm a bit slow. With it being more of a podcast orient, we might be a bit slow to respond. But I see you. Oh my god, it's the pizza song. Sorry. In the moon, it's the sky like a big pizza pie. Wow, topical. Interesting. I'll be honest, I've ruined plenty of kitchen pots, pans, and kettles by my room temperature IQ. Good thing I have several working smoke detectors. I've burnt water once, snapped the pot in half. What?
Wow.
How?
How do you? Oh wait, no, I know how.
Please elaborate.
Because I've.
You've done it.
I mean, well, we know you're slowly. No.
Wow.
I love that. Okay. Well, I have burned water before. Surprisingly, I have not burned a lot of things, which is honestly, I surprise myself because sometimes I don't even pay attention and I forget that I'm cooking. I'm just doing something else completely, and I'm like, something smells yummy. Oh wait.
Oh god.
There's food being made.
Oh no.
But specifically, I've burned tap water in a pot.
What?
And it was when I was steaming broccoli. Remember the steamed broccoli?
Oh no.
Well, when you use tap water instead of filtered water, there's a lot of black stuff that ends up being left at the bottom.
Wait.
Do not.
Are you in fucking Flint, Michigan? Where's this water coming from?
Listen, Lake Michigan is it's questionable. I'm
Oh
gonna tell you right now.
no! So you have to use filtered water.
Yeah, I usually, I mean, I don't really mind when I'm steaming stuff, but I should just pay more attention to when I'm cooking food sometimes. Going to be real. I'll be a little bit accountable. But when you burn water, all of it evaporates and you're just left with this black layer
Powder.
that
Yeah.
is pretty, like, just imagine you, like, you know, when you do eggs over hard in the morning.
Wait.
uh
What are
eggs
eggs over hard? Hold up.
eggs over hard is like when you cook them until they're completely solid, like fully cooked eggs.
Oh.
Yeah. Usually I like them between medium and hard, like
Yeah.
just a little bit gooey, a little
S-
bit jiggly,
So
We
it
love the jiggle.
so it's like a shitty omelet is what. What's the difference between eggs over hard and an omelet?
Um they're almost the completely different things. Only
What?
thing uh well, because the way that you cook an omelet is the outside is supposed to be solid.
Yeah.
And the inside is supposed to be really creamy and full of cheese as well.
Okay.
So that's over hard right there. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So
So you see
you
that
just
black stuff, that black crust
yeah.
over it.
Yeah.
Think like that at the bottom of a pot, but it's like pitch black and it's just a layer. It's just a layer
Oh
of that.
no.
So you have to pretty much let water sit on that for some time. Maybe make it heat up the water while it's on that just black layer, and it will slowly like get absorbed into the water. If you
Okay.
try and scrape it, you might as well just throw away the pot because you're going to have like you're gonna have a shaved layer of metal off your pot
Oh god.
if you try and take it off manually.
Eggs Benedict
Oh,
without the sauce. I thought eggs Benedict sauce was the egg in the middle. So like it was slightly undercooked. What about a French omelet? Okay, I've been trying to perfect the French omelet for a while because I've read like if you want to be a chef, like the first thing they ask you to do is cook a perfect French omelet. Chat, how the fuck do you flip the French omelet? I switched to nonstick pans because like everyone's just like just use a nonstick pan, which is great.
ceramic pans are the best. I'm going to let you know. I've used
Okay.
cast iron, I've used stainless, I've used what was it? Like the non-stick but with the black layer on it, and then I've used copper non-stick. By
Okay.
far, the ceramic pans are not only easy to heat up. Usually the new ones have like an induction plate, so it heats up evenly no matter what
Ah.
stove you use.
Okay.
But it's also the most non-stick thing. You could use absolutely no oil. You could have the driest piece of steak. It will not even the burnt crust on the ceramic pan will
What?
stick.
Damn.
You add some water and you could literally wipe it off with your hand,
Okay.
which I do not recommend if you just made food.
Okay.
Do
Okay.
not do that.
You don't flip it, you roll it. You have to wait until it moves freely in the pan. If
I
it does
accidentally
not
did
move at all, then you probably burned it. Okay, I think I just need I need more oil in my pan is what like I have a non-stick pan. I was like adding butter to it to make sure it worked, but clearly like mine is like not, it's still sticking. So
Always, yeah. With those non-stick pans, I would always have to add a little bit of oil
yeah.
beforehand.
Which
Like
then
season it.
at-
Season it.
At what
please.
point do I just switch to using my cast iron? How old is your non-stick? My non-stick is like, I got it a month ago because I was sticking to stainless steel and cast iron, and I was struggling to make an omelet with the stainless steel. Never mind that. Yeah, the weird thing was it was super not non-stick last time I cooked it. I was like, what the fuck? Those are awful for eggs. Yeah, like I kept watching YouTube. YouTube's like, hey, you can make a French omelet with stainless steel, and it's like you can. It's just fucking hard mode.
You might as well just deep fry it. You might as well deep fry it in the stainless steel. You'll
Yeah.
use so much oil.
Oh yeah, and make sure you add oil. I've always add oil to everything I'm cooking. I think I'm realizing I need more than I thought for a supposedly non-stick pan. Cast iron is best for everything if you season it. Mine
Oh,
is
yeah.
seasoned. It's just dangerous. I love using it for meat though. All right, so talking about the Pizza Hut special, eggs.
Back to the pizza. Listen, we need to talk about the Pizza Hut situation.
Yes. So
Okay.
I gotta eat a lot of that. Anyways, moving on. What have I been doing in my free time? So one of my New Year's goals was to still keep streaming like I do, but kind of give myself some more free time to do things that aren't just streaming, because I realized I was streaming a shit ton last year, but I wasn't like branching out to do more non-traditional stream things, because I think what makes you grow and makes you not get bored of it is doing different things. Like that's why the podcast we wanted to do. Anyways,
Steady grind is not the way to go.
Yeah.
This is lesson 1 for Elena. You always have to switch it up. You have to branch out, become more than just oh my goodness. Should I call out the person that we just went into stream with?
Oh yeah. So Junie and I are playing Marvel Rivals competitive because I'm trying to grind to gold right now. And like someone after the game typed TTV dot their username. I'm not gonna spoil them, but like I'm always like every time I see that, I want to just like go into their stream and see if they're actually good.
I want to bully them
They're
so much.
they're never good streamers. They're always like
Never.
one viewer. We joined them. They freaked out because their viewer count went from 1 to 4. And
1, 2, 4. Yeah.
they're streaming
They
their
accidentally
entire
ended.
desktop, and they pulled up their like Discord so we can see all their DMs. Like, no.
Oh my goodness. The diabolical memes that I saw. I swear this person was just the right age to be on Twitch. I swear they sounded so young.
Oh yeah.
I feel bad. this is also a reason why I did not say their name.
Yes. And then I was like, you could use game capture instead of window capture or screen capture. So you're only sharing your stream. Like, I don't know what that is. I'm like, okay, never mind. You shouldn't be streaming if you don't know what game capture is. And you should also use OBS, not Streamlabs. Anyways, that's a side tangent.
Yeah, I was about to add on to that because I started off with Streamlabs and it is awful. It is probably YouTube to YouTube Kids. It's like everything fun is stripped away from you.
Mhm.
Everything is just automatic. You just add whatever screens and audios and you're good.
Yeah.
And it's the most simplest experience,
It's
which
like-
is not the best thing if you want to actually stream.
Yes. It's like the TikTok streaming app on desktop is really bad. It's
No.
pretty similar.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, I'm so glad that I switched to Twitch. I'm so glad. It's so bad on TikTok. And the thing is like everyone has the same like the same formula for TikTok now because of how streamlined the TikTok live studio is now.
Mhm.
Because everyone, like literally everyone, if you just make an account that has existed for more than a couple months, you could stream off of your desktop, no matter how many follows or anything.
Oh, really?
And
Okay.
yes, and now there's so many like services that add TTS, automatic reactions, just random sound effects that play every ever so often to just have people engaged. You don't have to do anything. It's like not even the secret sauce anymore. It's like you could scroll through TikTok live and half at least half of every live person live will have some sort of service like that.
Damn.
And
Okay.
it makes it harder for the normal person to grow, because not only is people on TikTok on that app for different reasons rather than Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch is a lot like when you have 10 viewers on Twitch versus TikTok, like that's a big difference.
Oh
You could
yeah.
have, yeah. I my first couple streams I had like 1,000 viewers at some point, and it's just, even if you could retain that, you don't get a lot for it,
Yeah.
you know, because I swear half of those people are not real. They're not real, I swear.
Oh yeah. I got one person that like joined my TikTok stream, was like, they're like biggity boppity boop, and then he left. I was like, what? At least they didn't say the old meme using that, which is bad.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny talking about like TikTok live is like, it's interesting because like last year I remember there's a certain YouTuber that doesn't really stream that claims they're a Twitch streamer. They're all branded after that. I'm not throwing shade as I throw shade. But they're like, you gotta be multi-streaming on every platform. You gotta be streaming to TikTok. And then I'm like, one, you can't actually stream to TikTok right now from your desktop because you need this ID token and they don't have it. And I'm just like, so you can't, your advice is invalid, but he's trying to sell this app and this subscription service he's developed, which it still won't work.
It does not work.
It's
The only confirmed service is Streamlabs that allows you to stream on both TikTok and another platform.
And
Yeah.
so this guy, all he does is like he spotlights a new product, like the Elgato Wave 3 microphone, which is chat. I fell into that scam. I bought it. Don't fucking buy the Wave 3 microphone as a streamer. As a streamer, you need to buy a podcasting mic. You need a dynamic microphone. There's this amazing YouTuber called Podcast Stage. Watch all of his videos. They're great. He has this video comparing dynamic mics. And then this so there's this video where he compares every single dynamic microphone, and like a $13 microphone that's a dynamic one sounds way better than the Elgato Wave 3. It's so bad. So yeah, don't buy it. I admittedly use the Elgato Wave XLR, so I have the Elgato software, which is good for what it is. I've been eyeing the Rodecaster Pro 2, but then it only has like 4 virtual devices. And let's look at my virtual inputs from my stream right now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 7.
7.
I have 7 virtual inputs as a VTuber. So for me to pay $750 for this device that doesn't have, I'm like, nah, I'll stick to the Wave XLR. So Elgato does make some good products. I've just been not impressed by their microphone offerings, and their capture cards have burnt me so much. Anyways,
just tell me about it. Lois and Elgato Neo, which is awful, has horrible specs, does not offload anything. It is worse to use the capture card for a separate PC to offload your CPU rather than having another 3 windows of Chrome open on your desktop. It is so much, so horrible. Please do never buy an Elgato product unless you have like the highest end, and even then I don't think it's enough. Do not think it's enough. It does not justify. No, I've seen some like $30 ones off of TikTok Shop, which are also sketchy, but honestly I'd rather have spent $35 and been mildly disappointed than $120
that is so
to be
true.
Thoroughly disappointed.
Yeah. Lesson of the story, I think anytime someone's selling you gamer microphone, gamer products, or streamer products, most of the time it's not going to be good. buy the stuff that like the people that have been doing it for 50 years make, and use it for streaming. I think you can say that about like most things. A lot of times, any content creator that's like doing an ad or talking about a product, they're probably paid for in some capacity. And find the experts. Anyways, let's move on. What we're gonna do now, to all the viewers and listeners out there, is we're gonna go read through some stories people shared with us about dating, funny dating stories, things that went wrong, just funny events. I might share a couple of mine. And with it being Valentine's Day, why not? Disclaimer for those viewers, we're called Between Two Furs. We're furries. Furries might not be the best at dating, is I think the conclusion I have come to.
You know what? Now that I think about it, everyone that I have ever dated so far has not been a furry. So I think that's why it hasn't been problematic. So in the real world, please don't. Be careful, be wary at least. But also we have a little bit of time. So if you do have your dating story, you could just drop a quick paragraph.
Yes.
Explain yourself. You do not have to put your name down, by the way.
You
it
don't.
Could be...
You can put your name down too if you would like, though, which is kind of fun. Someone say dating. Happy Valentine's Day from Dating Days Druid. Hello. You submit a story. So I'll read off one of them. I'll share a couple of my own. We might also pull from Reddit, because reading Reddit stories are also very fun. However, a lot of the times the Reddit stories get super upvoted and it's clearly like they're super clear they are not real. Or they'll be like, this was realistic, and then they're like, oh, but then they asked for 4 people to come into my apartment and we'd have an orgy, and then they stabbed me, and then it's like, okay, this was realistic, and then it wasn't. Or like it's a dude clearly trying to describe female anatomy that's never seen a woman in their life. Anyways, Reddit stories are great, but sometimes they're made to get clicks.
Yeah. I've seen those before.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You know what? The real ones are like very clear that they're real. I will admit, before, like 10 minutes before, I was looking up Reddit stories, and I was like, you know what? How about I drop one just for the fun of it, see if people believe me. And the first 3, I believe, were from Dating Over 30 Reddit.
Ooh, I like this. That's a struggle.
Awful. It was awful. It started off with the first date being at a full body massage between the person and who they're dating and a friend, and it was from the perspective of the friend. Yeah.
What the fuck?
So it's like,
what type of massage are we talking? Are we talking about the happy ending massage, or just like you go to a massage clinic?
Normal. Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. So I kept reading, and I was like, okay, well, first of all, this is the most mid story I've ever heard. And second of all, I can't believe that someone would actually like bring their friend to a full body massage with other people that they know, and then have those people have the impression that they're together when they're not together.
Oh no.
So it's like, yeah, okay, maybe this is just your fantasy. Maybe you want people to want you. Okay?
It's clearly made up.
Clearly. It wouldn't happen in real life.
I mean, but then you talk to people and like you're like, how did you meet? And they're like, oh, like I was at the circus and I fell in like the tiger bathroom shit, and then someone saved me. Like you'll hear crazy stories like that. Like my great grandmother apparently never met her husband. They just pen pal when he was like deployed in Vietnam or something like that, and they're like cute. And then he mailed the ring to her, And she's like, fuck it, that's awesome. That's good enough. And
That is romantic.
it's romantic, but I'm like, you never met the person. How could you trust them? And they were, from our perspective, happily married until he passed away, and then she lived for 30 more years, which sounds like a nightmare.
It sounds like a nightmare. But honestly, if you're fine with having a marriage while you're deployed, you
pen pal marriage.
A pen pal marriage. This is like a different time. We do not understand this.
Yeah.
And we think we're reasonable. These people were like, you know what? Trust.
Yes.
Oh my.
But back then in time, you could do shit like that. Now it's sus as fuck. Yeah. My little brother is trying to pen pal a girl. And then they're like writing back, and he's like, we're like, when are you gonna call her? And he's like, oh, we're good to call her like once a week. I'm like, bro, this is not gonna work out. She wants to talk to you more than that. If you're only gonna call her once a week, this isn't a relationship worth pursuing. You probably shouldn't date people yet.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like when you get out of until you get out of like that whole, oh, this is my life and I focus on me, and you won't be dateable.
Yeah.
I would just say that you won't be dating material because you do have to care about the other person.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much as yourself, but a good margin will do. Usually you have to think about the other person. Come on now.
Yeah.
You can't just I didn't have time. Like, come on, it's been 2 months. It's been 2 months, call me.
To me, it really sounded like my little brother just wanted to be able to have the status of being dating rather than actually committing to dating someone, which is a lot of people.
Like a thing?
Oh yeah.
Is that a thing, really?
Because like you'll get pressure from family or like friends be like, oh, you're still single when you're gonna date. I get that a lot. Hi Wheeler, I'm doing great.
Oh yeah, that is also a thing.
And then
the
there's
opposite as well.
I've also seen people like get married in a relationship just so they can say they're married, and then they totally change as a person too afterwards. Like scary. So like it's just like, oh, I just needed the trophy husband and or wife, so that way I could say I have the status, which is like, ugh. Anyways, I don't.
Have you had that actually said to you?
Not me, but like I've seen people go through divorces and stuff like that.
My.
Yeah, I'm at the age now, I'm now 28, where I've seen friends that got married young. Some are doing great, some are not. And I've had friends that get married once or twice and had a kid. And now you're starting to see the rocks fall and things not work out. And then it's like, I've also had people be like, they had a successful marriage at one point, they had a kid, and then they divorced. And the person's like, hey, you want to date? I'm like, nope, I know you two. Nope. I don't want to know. Nope. Get me out. So 28 is
sandwiched.
Yeah. 28 is an awkward time where you see relationships that have started, have lived for a while, and then they've stopped. It's still pretty early and there's plenty of time left. Y'all are still babies. Yeah, I'm young. Gonna be 40 in 2 years. God, I'm old. Oh yeah. I hope we have older folks tuning into the show. And by older, I want like a 70-year-old grandma furry tuning into this podcast. That is my goal.
What's so funny is that Daddy Lupo could actually be my dad. It's kind of crazy. Oh my. And about that whole status thing, I've never had that experience.
That's
good.
I
have seen marriage. I have seen marriage at my age, which is ridiculous. I've known people that pretty much forcibly married another person, probably because of some very irresponsible actions that they did before that. Baby.
Hashtag teen moms.
Wait, we need the air horn. Come on now. Okay. Moments ruined. No, it's ruined. Gone. Goodbye. But yeah, usually those people are problematic altogether. So I don't know too many of them like as friends. I just know them as people that I know that have been problematic and very prone to drama, which
Yeah.
is something that I like to steer away from.
I'd
But
like
it's gonna be so exciting to read everyone else's drama.
before we do that, I'd like to shout out all the single moms out there. Y'all are incredible. Keep doing what you're doing. Wishing the best and keep trucking on. A good mom is the best thing you need in this world.
Oh yeah,
Let's see.
mom with good values.
Yeah. I rated you from my birthday stream. It was my first time streaming VR chat. Hell yeah. Happy birthday. My marriage was so out of
Happy
the
birthday,
blue.
Wheeler.
My wife and I just went to the court and asked if we could just get married, and they left to go to Denny's. So, hell yeah. There's a Taco Bell wedding chapel. And this is my requirement for whoever I marry, if that ever happens, is
Oh no, please.
we need to be able to go get our vows done at the Taco Bell wedding chapel in Las Vegas.
You may now kiss the bride.
There is, I want to pull, you get the Taco Bell wedding, the wedding package is like $700, and they have Mr. and Mrs. Taco Bell t-shirts. And from my understanding, this is the only way to get them. They also have a Taco Bell bow tie, which is really cool.
It sounds like a Vegas marriage.
It is.
Sounds like it's a Vegas marriage.
It's
thing.
literally a
It
Vegas.
sounds fun.
Look at this. So like, I don't want to get married there, but like maybe get married and then like a year later we're like, let's pretend we're getting married at Taco Bell again, and then
Taco.
let's get remarried at Taco Bell. Let me read the requirements. Things to know before you book. Weddings must be booked at least 4 hours prior to the ceremony. Fuck!
4.
We do not provide marriage licenses, so you will need to get one before the ceremony. You must bring your Nevada marriage license with you to the ceremony. If you're renewing your vows, just bring yourself. So that's what I'll say. We're renewing our vows. Because I don't want this to be an actual marriage. Like, getting actually married there. 4 whole hours.
Man, I'm sweating. That's so long.
Oh man. I wanted to
totally
get
didn't
married to
plan.
this random dude at the casino at Caesar's Palace in 30 minutes.
No, I gotta wait 4 whole hours. Oh,
No.
can't wait that long.
Deal breaker. Although you can have up to 25 guests, any food outside of the Taco 12 pack and Cinnabon Delights cake and any alcohol will need to be purchased separately. Please,
Oh my.
please arrive ready to go. We do not have facilities for changing or doing hair and makeup. So that means you have to show up in clothes that you can switch on to the Taco Bell wedding shirts. You have 30 minutes of access to the chapel for your ceremony and reception. So it's got to be a
What?
fast marriage. You got go. And then,
The most Vegas of Vegas marriages.
oh yeah. Taco
Oh
Bell
my.
wedding purchases are non-refundable. Damn it.
Dang. Hello. It's time to go. Time to go. No refunds.
But
Oh
here's,
my.
look at this cake. I need to see if like I could like contact a Taco Bell and be like, yo, can I pay you $200 to make this cake for me? So this is what you get. I'm going to span the entire screen. This is for
Is
the
it a
$777. Oh yeah, it's a Cinnabon Delights cake. It looks so good.
Okay. You know what? Daddy Lupo said, Alina and Junie need to be married at Taco Bell. And you know what? I couldn't agree more with that statement. Now that I'm looking at this cake, please.
You know what? What if we did a stream where we're doing a fundraiser just to have a spoof marriage at the Taco Bell?
Oh my. Taco Bell special, please. Taco Bell, please sponsor us.
Here's,
Sponsor-
here's the Taco Bell t-shirt, Mr. and Mrs.
And they're so no, that has to be AI generated. They
No,
cannot be that happy.
It's real. It's real.
It's not real.
This is for
Come
real.
on.
First
Oh
class
my.
eats. Right here, chat, is where it is. They have wedding stories. So who's wearing the
So who's
dress?
wearing the dress? I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it
Could
out.
I
Anything for
get
that
married
cake,
in
please.
fursuit? That would be amazing. I show up in
That
a
would
Lena
be
fursuit.
awesome.
I bet I could. That should be.
I bet you could.
Is there a Las Vegas furry con? I think there is, but I think it's 18 plus. But like, imagine like going to that. Oh my god, this is a video idea. Go to a Las Vegas themed furry convention, make a video on it and say, I got married in fursuit at the furry con. Like, it's within reach. For context, chat, I can book a flight for $50 with Frontier from Denver. Frontier is super shitty. Would not recommend it, but I could do it. I could get married in one day. And I don't know, like we could do a crazy subathon or something like that to raise $777 to get married at Taco Bell.
We'll do podcasts before and after.
Yes.
Before and after.
I wonder if you
Taco
could.
Bell.
Can you do a follow-up divorce ceremony? Like you get married, then get an annulment immediately after. We just don't sign it.
We could divorce that KFC Corp.
At Yum Brands. In the following
Yum
dinner, the
Brands.
happy couple has their first fight over who gets the bathroom first. Oh God.
All right.
I want to get my license to
right.
marry so I can marry people in person. I was actually a, what's the word? Licensed person. I got it for being able to do that during COVID in Minnesota, so I could marry a friend. They were like, hey, can you do our wedding photos and also marry us? I'm like, sure. So
do it.
that's a
Benefits.
life goal. Taco Bell wedding chapel. Red flags for me in dating is if you're not willing to get your vows renewed at the Taco Bell wedding chapel. I don't know if I want to date you. Like, not get married because that's super trashy. But like as a fun thing, I think it'd be super fun. Like if you're going to the Grand Canyon, if you're flying in, go to the wedding chapel.
I think I have to agree with that. Yeah, because if you're not able to have what is it, humility in a way, like you just do something with it. If you're not able to do that, and I swear, I have seen those videos. I have seen those videos on TikTok where they're like, "Listen, I've been married with this person for 20 years already," and it's the most craziest argument that just happens. There, and I wish I saved this video. Man in a car. I've been married to this woman for 20 years. She walks in and she's like, "Why are you staring at me?"
Oh,
Whoa,
no.
20 years. And he's like, "I don't know. I don't know. I was just looking at you." Well, stop it before I smack you across your face. I was like, "What?"
Oh,
So you're
no.
right in here, and the person that's been with you for 20 years. So at least minimum requirement. Come on, go to the Taco Bell.
Yes.
Go to the Taco Bell chapel.
Okay.
Please.
I pulled up the cake and now I'm like, fuck, I really want to try this.
Oh my goodness. Why is the sauces there though?
I don't know. My guess is it's the sauce for the pictures.
It's just for pictures.
Can I
But that
order
looks so
this
good.
cake anywhere without having to get married there?
Please.
What? They made a big
I-
one?
They made a big one.
Yeah. Never mind. It's not showing up. Damn.
It's not showing up.
Ah,
You gotta pay for the image too.
it's transparent. Why? Wait. Okay. What about this image? It's
The Taco
140
Bell tax. The Taco Bell tax.
Suffering.
Oh,
My wedding was so fucking stressful, and the wife passed out for an hour after our reception. Yeah, as someone who's shot weddings, like they're a fucking nightmare and very scary. And I'm like, what if we didn't do that? What if we went to the Taco Bell? All right. Let's.
Minimum requirements.
Sorry, I went on that tangent. Let's read stories. Story time.
Oh wait, we were supposed to read stories.
Yeah. So we have a dating story here submitted from Anonymous to start things off.
Okay. Can we see it on screen?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. How do I do this? I was just going to read it off to chat, but yeah, I'll just read it. How about that?
Can I at least see it?
I'll DM
I'm
it.
really bad at like listening. I'm going to be real with you.
That makes so much sense.
No. I mean, like, it's hard to process information in hearing if you're just explaining just from front to back.
Okay.
This is why I don't read audiobooks.
Yeah, you're not supposed to read audiobooks.
Well, no, I mean, like, I need the text in front of me, or else I just can't listen to it.
Okay. Got it. I understand that. Also, welcome on in, Inaugural.
My noggin gets fried with audiobooks. Sorry.
Let me just read audiobooks instead of listening. Sorry. All right.
Let me race the person reading in the audiobook. See who finishes the book faster.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm reading faster than Morgan Freeman. Let's go. I'm 2 words ahead of him.
Yes.
All right. So, Anonymous says, I tried to do a video call date once with someone I had been together with for a month already. It was just an online relationship with someone. All right, let's stop there. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
What is your opinion on that?
Okay. So, as someone that has been in multiple online relationships and IRL relationships,
Your Discord girlfriends?
Shh, we don't talk about them. Okay, we don't talk about those.
Oh my god, I have a girlfriend on Discord.
I've been with them for like 3 months. Have you seen their face? I'll get back to you on that one.
Have you heard their voice before?
I'll get back to you on that one too. Yeah, it's not good. And it's not good for the simple reason that you don't have any in-person interaction. It's very hard to form meaningful connections versus if you're in person.
Oh yeah.
It's almost impossible. It takes a very special person to make an online relationship work.
Yeah.
I will. Okay, I will admit this one thing. Okay, where okay, it's not exactly funny, but I got cheated on over Discord. I got cheated. That's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's not funny. I swear. It's so sad because it's like you have to go through a certain breakup to get that emotional maturity that you need to become a good person, dating material type person. And that was one of them. Going to be real, I was in a really dark time because of that Discord girlfriend.
I don't mean to roast people. Paulina's
Don't roast
professional
me, please.
opinion. A Discord relationship is not a real relationship. You need to be able to talk to them. You need to be able to hear them. And you should probably meet them. I would say meet them. Like maybe get to know each other online and then plan a date to meet people. Like if you're both furries, meet at a furry convention and say, we're not dating, we're just friends. And then like get the vibe. And then after you meet in person, you could like be like, yeah, I think we should date. And be like long distance. Long distance sucks. I've seen it done. It requires a lot of effort, but it is easier now than it was in the mid 2000s. Like you can do it in VR chat. I feel better. I don't think VR chat dating is good, but like having a physical representation of someone in a voice, that's probably better than text messages. Because like people might be able to communicate via text, but then as soon as you get on a voice call, they're like, huh? Or
Exactly.
like I met this girl on Hinge Story time with Alina.
Oh no, we haven't. We've gone through one sentence. Oh my.
I went on this
Okay.
date with this girl from Hinge. She looked super cute. She was like a yoga instructor in Colorado. Awesome. All the things that is like basic woman in Colorado. Awesome. Great. Sweet. Good personality. I go. She is not the person. That was on it. I don't know how to say this politely, but she was roughly 100 pounds more than the picture. And
only 100? Come on now.
and
Come on now. Only 100. Are you sure? You're just being respectful at this point. That's respect.
at least, at least. And so, like, I'm like, shit. Clearly, this person is either catfishing me or like a life thing has happened. So I'll be respectful and go on this date. And be kind, because like I get shit happens and stuff. But like, if I'm ever going to see someone for a first date, like I think you should always stick through the date no matter what, unless they're just being awful. Like if they're like saying slurs or being racist or something, like, yeah, maybe cancel the date on the spot, but like at least go through the spot. So not impressed. It turns out those photos were from like 6 years ago, and they said they hadn't updated them for a while. Like a while. And then the second question they asked me is, how much do I make a year?
No, please. This is another Reddit.
No,
story.
this is real. This is real.
This is real.
This is a Hinge date.
No. This is worse than the Discord dating. No.
Yeah, it's called pseudo catfishing is what I'm going to call it. Where like they're not presenting their honest self. That might have been them 6 years ago, but a lot has changed. Anyways, I did not give them my honest answer for how much they make, because if I told them how much I make as a software engineer, like yeah, they might show more interest. But I don't want you to like me based on how much money I make. That's called gold digging.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. That is correct.
So that date, not great. She was also like on her phone a decent amount, which is yikes. If anyone pulls out their phone other than like, hey, I got a text, I got to check this, I'm like kind of a red flag. When I hang out with friends, what I like to do is we all put our phones in the center, and like if you reach for it, like you have to pay for everyone's meal.
Wait, okay, well, I shouldn't be one to judge, right? But also, I'm going to judge respectfully with the most disrespectful words.
Go for it. Roast me.
But if you have friends and you're hanging out in person, especially if you have a day job and you're like working all the time for more than like a 2/3 of your week, and you decide to hang out, I feel like you don't need that incentive to stay off your phone. I think you should just be able to be friends in person instead of be like, hey, look at what I sent to the group chat.
Yeah.
You know, that sounds like pretty not great friends. I'll be honest with you. I don't think I've ever had a friend like that.
I should say this was more of a thing I did in college. I haven't really done it in a couple of years, but like a dude's brother who's trying to be friends is just like he's like, hey guys, look at this meme. Look at this meme. Look at this meme. And then they're on their phone like, hey. I'm like, okay, we're instigating this role for the help of this guy, because they need social help with like learning how to communicate. And that means being present, not being on your phone. Anyways, yeah. Exactly.
Correct.
Look at this meme though. Oh God.
Look at this meme.
It better be a really good meme for me to actually disconnect from the current conversation. I used to do that too, but when I was doing my own business along with a lot of family health issues, I couldn't put my phone down aside to sleep. Had 3 battery packs to charge all of this. That's fair. Like when I did that, I was like, obviously if it's a phone call, you should take a look at it. Or like you're looking for something. But in the case of like we're hanging out, clearly they're just going to be on their phone. Like 1, don't come. 2, stop.
the Worry Homes. This is super cool. 9/11
Oh my
meme.
god.
It's one of those memes where it has 3 different swears and 2 racial slurs. And it's so
No!
funny.
And it's
so
from
funny.
iFunny.
It's from iFunny. You see the big ass branding at the bottom. Oh my.
The iFunny gamble. I'm either going to see a cute cat, someone dying, or an awful racial meme.
Are we talking about iFunny or X/Twitter?
Oh yeah, you're right. We don't talk about X anymore. Chat, move to Blue Sky. That's where I have stuff there.
Please. No, Blue Sky is so much better, and you don't find dead bodies and other stuff that you shouldn't be seeing on a normal basis, because then you'll be what is it called? Desensitized or something like that.
That is a word.
Uh,
Yes.
That is a word, yeah. And that's a really not great word, because when you're very insensitive, you tend to lose a lot of really good human values. And that's what leads to you being the person doing violent stuff and thinking it's funny.
Yeah.
That's,
Actually,
yeah.
Chad, just delete all social media. You'll feel much better. That's the life hack. I unfortunately can't really do that as a VTuber, but mad props to anyone that can just fuck it. Uninstall Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Get rid of it. It's a great life. Would recommend.
Honestly, yeah. No, because a lot of social media is now just media and not social. Yeah, it's just putting information in your face and then walking away because people don't like to hear. If you're able to use social media in a meaningful way, it usually just is, hey, I just want to message my friends,
Yeah.
and share some funny things and talk. Like, that's the whole point of social media.
Yeah.
Not to give into scrolling and watching a bunch of toner microphone ads on on TikTok.
Yes. I
Go
miss
to my TikTok store.
Oh no. I miss the OG Facebook. Like, I created it, my account, it hit 13 years old, and there was like no one on it. And it was just like my mom and dad's friends. And I just like would take pictures of stuff. Like, look at what I encountered today. People are like, that's so cool. Or people take pictures of vacation. It's more of like a picture sharing site. Like the original Instagram. OG Instagram was lit. It was just like, I'm taking artistic photos. People would reply. I take baking photos. It was just like, you're sharing life and like, look at this cool thing. There wasn't political or anything. It was great. But those days are long gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because I got Instagram the moment it started getting watered down and all the promotional issues started happening. It was bare bones, the most bare bones Instagram getting into that. But like I said, healthy usage of social media.
Yeah.
It was always better to just be on Microsoft Teams with all your friends during elementary and middle school.
Oh God.
It was so good, and we played Agario. That's the healthy way to do it. Get off Instagram and go to Agario.
Generation gap here. You used Microsoft Teams. I used AOL Messenger and MSN to flirt with all the cuties. And then we'd play Club Penguin. And then I was popular from playing Club Penguin. Anyways, I only got Instagram last year to talk with my car friends. Yeah. What the fuck? You're so fucking young. I know. Junie is baby, apparently. All right, let's continue.
No, I swear I'm not baby.
How old are you, Junie, for chat and the viewers?
I am 16 years. I'm playing.
That's a lie.
I'm 20. I'm 20 years old.
Okay.
I've experienced 20 years of life.
All right.
And a whole 8 apparently is a complete shift.
Generation
in social
gap.
Media.
It is 100%.
Complete generation gap. It's insane.
Oh yeah. Hello, Furry my love. All right, back to the original story. Wow, tangent.
Yeah.
I tried to do a video call date once with someone I had been together with for a month already. It was just an online relationship with someone, but with someone I actually loved. Problem was the fact absolutely none of us had any social intelligence and were extremely introverted. So when the call started, none of us would be able to say anything. We didn't have the skill of starting a conversation. It lasted more than 20 minutes. And I think the total amount of sentences said must have been less than 15. I've never felt any more awkward that day. We broke up the day after. TWT.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
I'm so sorry. I'm so
no!
sorry. That's like hurt laughter. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with
With
you.
you.
That's so horrible.
Oh no! I'm
So
just
bad.
picturing it. It's like a job interview, and you're applying for a job, and they want to do a Teams call, and you're like, you set it up, and you join. You're like, can you hear me? Your mic is off. Can you hear me? Your mic is off. But imagine just being a relationship. You're like, oh, I'm so ready to talk to this cute girl, and then you don't say anything, and then she doesn't say anything, and then
I
you're
mean, like,
just,
yeah.
what do you do?
Yeah.
You're just sitting there for 10 minutes. Nothing's happened. And then you're like, hey, how are you?
Just open up Marvel Rivals. Everything will be streamlined then. You know? Just be duo tanks with your girlfriend, your online girlfriend, and everything will be okay.
Okay, but the thing is, I thought this was a call, but I just realized this was a video call, which makes it even more oh no, because that means you're seeing them. So you're making eye contact with them. It's not a phone call, because phone calls are honestly more awkward than video calls, I think, because it's just like,
Really?
I prefer phone calls, but I can see why people hate phone calls, because it's just like there's hello, yeah, like there's disconnect, if that makes sense. While video call is like you're eye contact with them, so are you just staring at them? And then you're like, what do I do? What do I do? Hi. Okay.
Honestly, I have to disagree. I actually feel the opposite because I guess either or is fine. Because being vocal with someone is a good thing
Yes.
for communication. Is like miles better than messaging, like in any way, shape, or form. But when it comes to FaceTiming someone, video calling someone, I feel like, at least for me, there's a lot more expression that comes out of my face when I'm video calling someone.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it should be something that you should be afraid of, because I mean, like, you're trying to reach out to this person. Like, if they don't like you over the phone, then they're not gonna like you in person. I'm sorry. So you have to be okay with just being social, especially to the person that you want to be around for a long time.
Mm.
You know.
I think I'm gonna have a little bit of rebuttal there. Just that I can get kind of grumpy on video calls.
Oh yeah, no, let's not talk about your grumpiness now.
I
Please,
get
because
very boomer energy on video calls because I just much rather be in person. So I think what's helpful is like if people can see I'm starting to get annoyed with video calls because just like the latency drives me insane. But like what I would recommend people is like talk to your partner, the person you're interested in seeing, and be like, what is your preferred communication styles? Obviously, in person should be maybe not preferred, but you need to be able to meet in person and communicate because eventually the end goal is you are together in person. So that should be a thing.
Yeah.
But like, hey, do you prefer if I call you or do you mind if I text you? Like personally, I prefer it when people call me out of the blue because I like to talk to people and it's easier to pick up on things like tone, intentions, sarcasm. If someone texts me sarcasm, a lot of times I just don't know.
oh yeah, I've experienced that. I do not message you with sarcasm ever. No.
I need a
First
slash
time.
S for sarcasm because I am
/S.
I am completely like I understand people based off like body language and then tone. When you take those things out of the equation, I am so confused. I prefer to do all my communication through Morse code from sinking ships. But you communicated your intentions, which is the critical thing there. So good job. Good job.
Moral of the story, Alina's boomer.
I am
Alina's
a boomer.
boomer.
Yep, big
Yeah.
boomer.
Trust me when I say this, you do not want Alina when she's grumpy. Never.
No.
Never. No matter what you do, it turns out bad. They will be angry no matter what. They're like your mother in their what time of the month,
Also, that's also a nice thing to communicate is like politely being like, oh, it's that time. Okay. I understand. I'll be more considerate and understanding of emotions being in flux.
Yeah.
And
when Alina gets angry, I just leave. I walk away. That's the solution.
walk away. Go
Just
home,
walk
buddy. I work alone.
All right. See ya, Alina. No playing. No playing.
All right, let's move on to the next story. This was submitted by Hingus Dingus, a resident friendo that attended Denver with. They're a wonderful bean. I don't want to dox too much, but they're great. Hingus Dingus says, me and my fiance have this place we go to consistently because A, it's hot pot, and hot pot is amazing. And B, it's the most unwelcoming place and never busy. For some reason, we've still latched onto it though. And it's a constant date spot for hours. Every single time we go, it's the exact collection of events. First, you wait for a kooky old man to seat you, collect your order, and waddle off. Not a big deal. But then you tune into the next layer, the music. There's no. There is always lo-fi Christmas music playing, no matter what time of year you go, alongside a projection of a Yule log on a screen in front of a stage that I'm sure live music would play at. I've never seen live music there ever. Once you get your food, that's when stage 3 begins. The old man begins scream fighting with his, in quotation parentheses, wife, coworker. To be fair, we never concluded if they're actually fighting, as we don't speak the language they talk in, but it's always loud and very passionate. This has become something we look forward to every time we go. It's just part of the experience.
That sounds like an amazing plan. That is like couples goals right there. That is equivalent to talk about marriage.
I love that. Like, I think one thing I love hearing is like, what is your go-to like place for you, like the couple? Like, what do you guys want to do? Like, it might be a Denny's at 2 a.m. It might be a Waffle House. It might be, I don't know. Like, I think a good couple has like the place where like we're gonna go, and it might not make logical sense, but we're gonna have a good time, or it might make logical sense. But like, this is goals right here.
Yeah, this is like that thing,
You're gonna go there and have a good time. It might not be what you paid for, but you're gonna have a experience. I love that. But why the Christmas music? Why? I'm so confused. Speaking of Christmas, let me pull that up for chat. Lo-fi. Let's get the vibe right now.
Retro rejects. Oh shit. I just remembered my best date story. But put it in the forums. Come on now.
Couples goals is sharing the same brain cell, doing something really fucking stupid, but doing it well is what Flidarn says. I agree. Like looking forward to doing something dumb. Like it might be seeing a super trashy movie. It might be going to Walmart and people watching. Cause guilty pleasure. I love that. I'm 25 and never been on it. Well, I hope we can help give you some encouragement. Or maybe just some, like, maybe don't do this. Or maybe do this. But yeah, you got this. Thanks for hanging out with us. And yeah, the one thing I will say is you just got to ask someone. Although maybe have some
Ask
experience.
Alina.
No, please don't.
Ask Alina.
No. Oh god.
You see the streamer right there?
Oh
You should
god.
stop.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Alina, can you be my Valentine, please?
No. Sorry.
What the fuck?
I don't want to be a Discord girlfriend.
Damn it. I'm so sad. You know what? It's fine. I got my Discord girlfriend calling me right now over FaceTime. So I'll be
Sure.
back. I'll be Oh my. Is there more to that story?
That's it. It's a very pleasant, wonderful story. Thank you, Hingus Dingus, for sharing that.
That's a 10 out of 10 story.
That is awesome. I want to know like the most awkward situation that's happened there. I love the restaurants where you go to it and it like might be a front and they're like, "Why the fuck are you here?" I'm like, "'Cause it was food." I have a story about that, but I'll save that for another podcast. Bad food, bad restaurant stories. That might be a good topic for next one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, you know what? Now that I have multiple stories for.
Perfect.
Multiple.
I'll call on Roxy because Roxy was at this event with my story. All right. So now let's move on to the next story. This is from Dating Days Druid, who, shout out to Dating Days Druid, showed up to our stream yesterday for the first time and chilled out and hung out. It was awesome. I'm not a very social person. I work 60 to 70 hours a week, then I go home and chill, says one of the chatters. That's fair. That's one thing I realize is like, I might be a lioness on the internet, but I am also male IRL and very confident in being male IRL. I like to say I'm more gender fluid in regards to being online. If I like to be a virtual lioness, I like to be a male lion. It's all a fun time. Anyways, that's confusing, but as someone that
split personality disorder explained.
TBH, yes. It's like
But
gender queer. I'm like,
honestly,
what about DID?
Whatever you're comfortable with, it's not, as long as it's like you can control it, it's healthy. You don't have like you're not questioning yourself every single day of your life, your existence.
Yeah, like
you're good.
I'm very
You're good.
confident in who I am as a person, and like I'm like, yeah, I like doing this, and I'm not questioning. I think that's what we all want to get to a point in our life is like, be like, this is me, and I'm happy for this. But obviously, you got to experiment and figure out how to get there. But I found a bug to help you out. I kind of was like in a similar state when I first graduated. I was like, I only do this thing, and so I was like, shit. I need to actually do something that gets me out of the house to be around people, which conventional wisdom being in Denver would be like hiking. There's lots of hiking groups on like Facebook that are like co-ed activities that you can do. I got into a co-ed volleyball league one summer, which was the most fun thing ever, the intention of it was being a co-ed volleyball league that was slightly competitive. What it ended up being was the summer of let's go be dog shit at volleyball for an hour, have a great time, then go do the Applebee's and have a lot of alcohol. And then I think from that summer, it was like 4 and 4 people that'd go to the Applebee's afterwards of male, female. And after that summer, every single person had gone on a date or was dating someone. It was like, that was awesome for people. Other
Good
things...
energy.
Like co-ed sports leagues, they're great. And even when you're tired, I think going to something that's like physical exercise helps you a lot. I live in the middle of nowhere in Alabama. No! That might be a bit of a challenge, but like growing up in Iowa, there's like the YMCA. I would go play basketball or like swimming. There's things out there. If you're on a farm, maybe not. But then it's like, maybe try driving to go to civilization where you could potentially engage. Or alternatively, go to a convention of a similar interest. Like I'd go to miniature painting conventions and there was so many people I met that I was like, there's mostly men. I know a couple that met at Walmart. So they married. But I think,
they married at the subway inside.
oh God,
That'd be so good.
side tangent.
Just pull out. Sorry, go ahead.
My Walmart used to have like a snack shop, and they had these cinnamon cream cheese filled pretzels. Fuck, those were good. I want them. I might go to Taco Bell after this just to go get what the Cinnamon Delights. That's the closest thing I get. My graduation class had 14 people. No! All right. So in that case, when your dating pool is non-existent, because there are cases like my friend, I almost said their name. They live in North Dakota working for like an oil refinery. There's fucking no one where they are except dudes that are also working it. In that case, like, doing something you're passionate about and traveling to, I think, might be an option. Like, I would go to this miniature painting convention, ReaperCon, and normally the gender demographics is like, for miniature related things, is like 90% male, 10% female. But at this con, it was almost like 40-60. It was like a healthy split. And then I ended up like, oh my God, we're all doing the thing we love, which is miniature painting. And then from there, like with that key interests, conversation just flew. Like you could talk to the most introverted person ever, but they're passionate about what they're talking about. It's super easy to talk to. And then like I met like 4 people that I would consider going on dates with. The one person low key was like, "Do you want to fly to San Francisco and see my dog?" Which I realized that's an invitation, chat. I think in hindsight, right? Not fully sure, but they're asking to fly to a city to see their new dog. That sounds like they want to hang out, potentially go on a date. Code word, it was.
It was.
Yeah. So like maybe go to a furry convention or something. Well, my main hobby is messing with vintage fishing gear. So I'm sure there's a community for that. There has to be. However, that might be, depending on who you're interested in dating, that might be hard to find someone. So like my advice is like find another activity that might not be your main passion, but is another similar thing. Because like I love model trains. I don't think I'm going to find a partner that I'm looking for in the model train community. So like, okay, I have to have another thing I also enjoy that I go out to. Or like bowling. Yeah, it's all old guys. Same with model trains. Not my type. So for me, that's where the volleyball came in. Or like going to the YMCA. Just putting yourself out there. All right. Anyways, let's move on to the next story. This one was submit by Dating Days Druid. And so let's read this. I'm going to start with just one for now from my dating coach days. Ooh, we got a professional here. Let's go. There was this guy who was really into this power lifter girl at his gym and asked me to help him with her. I told him one of the best ways to get her attention is to get into what she's into. And so we started on powerlifting. Well, about a month passed and he got so into powerlifting that for a moment he forgot about the girl.
Oh my.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Yes.
Let's go.
This is the perfect story.
Perfect.
This is the story. Yeah. Wait, are we talking about me now?
Who's your gym
Oh my
crush?
goodness.
Just kidding. He
My
entered
gym
into this
crush?
powerlifting competition that was happening right next to a women's powerlifting competition. He ended up winning, and wouldn't you know it, the girl he was interested was the winner of the women's competition. He complimented her. They started talking and hit it off. And then next thing he says was, "Oh my God, I just remembered I got into powerlifting so I could talk to you months ago." What? In case you're wondering, I still talk to them and they have been together for about 5 years. And yes, they still powerlift together. Yes! Let's go!
Wait, these stories were supposed to be funny. This is just wholesome. What the
That's so
heck?
wholesome. I fucking love
This is
it.
It's 10 out of 10. Another 10
Yes.
out of 10. That's awesome.
So again, like talking from what we said, like putting yourself out there. So this guy, he got into something that would put himself out there. So at the gym, right? He got into the thing she was interested. Because if you both have a similar interest, it's so much easier to talk. However, he went off the deep end and got so into it he won it. So I don't necessarily think we don't have to all win everything. But
Yeah.
he did the similar interest and didn't make it about her. Because I was a part of a book club which had a lot of women in it. And there would always be dudes that would show up and like, this guy is clearly here to get into women's pants. Gross. Super obvious. Don't go to an activity with the sole intention of finding someone to date. Like, you got to actually be interested in it. But you need to put yourself out there and see people that like could meet you and view you as a friend. Also, like, be a good person.
Wanna be protagonist behavior right there.
Yeah.
That is exactly what it is.
Yeah, because like as a dude, when you see a dude that's at an event clearly just to find girls to date, it's super obvious. It's just big creepy vibes. Don't do that. Or like, I went to a con and this guy, he's like, oh, there's women here. And then he only talked to women. It was just super creepy. I had to tell him like, dude, you need to fucking stop. You're here to be at the convention, not be a creep. And I was glad I did that because he would have kept doing it. Also, if you see someone being a creep, tell them to stop being a creep. Just call them out. So I don't know how, maybe another podcast idea would be like, how to not be a creep, social skills 101. Anyways, I don't like that idea as a podcast, but this is an awesome story though. I love it. Getting into the thing, putting yourself out there, also something that makes you better, like improving yourself. I feel like I would meet so many people. At this book club I attended, there'd be so many people, both male and female, that'd be like, ooh, why won't anyone date me? And I'm like, well, you're kind of undateable. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's like so many people.
yeah,
And it's like you're missing the basic ingredients to being a good person for someone.
Mhm.
Really. Because I mean that sentence altogether just shows how selfish, I guess is the correct word for it. How selfish you are.
Yeah.
Because you're only thinking about yourself, you know.
Mhm. If
Really
you're
thinking, yeah.
if your mentality is like, why won't anyone date me? I just want to date. Like, that's not going to be helpful. And what should be is like, I want to improve myself. So like my thought when I was working on myself was, I want to get myself to be to a point where I could see myself dating myself, like as the opposite gender, or if you like one gender or the other of that gender, you know, like I want to get to the point where I could see myself wanting to date a hypothetical different, not me, but someone else. Well, I'm also a gamer and I'm pretty new to this furry stuff, but most furries I've talked to are kind of, that is true. That is very true. I think if you're gonna date someone in the furry fandom, like just use you're both furries will be a good starting point. But the furry fandom can also be pretty superficial too. Like, what's your soda? Awkward pause.
Sorry. You talking to me? Wait. Oh, my bad. Yeah. I mean, like some people just kind of have the most basic. To be very blunt, basic bitch
Wow.
personas. Yeah. If that's the only I guess meaningful information to yourself, then you need to think more less surface level of your own life and maybe go through a little bit more of it
Yeah.
before you start dating.
In college I took like this communication class, which was really helpful. They have this thing like called the 20 questions to get to know someone, which honestly, when you get to know people, you could just go down the line. Let me see if I can pull it up. Cause like, that's the hard thing is like, how do you get to talk to someone? Not icebreakers. They're like, the idea is like you start out and they're like surface level, but they can get people talking. Cause fun fact, people like to talk about themselves a lot. So if you can keep that up, that's awesome.
And honestly, you shouldn't really be afraid of talking about yourself, you know. It's
Mhm.
not a very selfish thing to talk about your life, you know.
Yeah.
Because I mean, in the beginning you're supposed to get to know the person. So let them show show them the window that you point to of your life, and let them peek through it.
So I think improving yourself, be dateable by doing things like work out, have good hygiene. I know. I won't even say that because like I found some like very like stereotypical heteronormal folks that I'd be like, I would love to go on a date with you. Like if you just want to read books, that's your main thing. Hell yeah. What matters is the personality.
Oh yeah.
Easy icebreaker questions for any date. Do you know the way?
Do you know the way? Oh yeah.
On top of that, I do think asking someone like, "Are you religious?" is a good question to ask. Not as the first question. That's weird, but like later on, make sure you both have shared values that you can sort of share and aren't deal breakers. Like I'm not gonna. I was on a date. Someone the first question they asked was, "Who did you vote for?" Spoilers alert! I voted for Biden that election, but it's like, yikes, dog.
Undateable. Alina's furry trash. Undateable.
I mean,
will not be forgiven.
The other thing too, I have concluded is like, you don't want to change yourself. Like if something is a core part of you, like don't hide it. So like I've determined I'm not going to date people that aren't okay with me being a furry. I'm not going to live and hide in shame for who I am. I'm going to be who I am. I'm going to enjoy it. And if someone does not like that, then not worth dating. Ideally, they'd be a furry too, but if not, that's fine. Good relationship advice is finding someone that matches your crazy too. Yeah, or they're okay with your crazy. I voted for Jack Nicholson. Ooh. Okay, now I have a question, or not question, a story from Daddy Lupo. Went on my first ever date when I was around 15 years old. Okay, so very new. Like very... They don't have it figured out yet. Disclaimer. Date was great. Had fun at the arcade and movies. We kissed a lot after. What?
Oh, hell yeah. Lupo.
God damn.
Dap me up right now. Dap me up. You're so good.
Fuck.
So smooth.
I don't have that game. My thought is I will not engage in physical touch on a first date. I want to get to know someone because you can get confused real easily. Few weeks later,
for that, yeah. Sorry.
Few weeks later, had a big family get together and wanted to invite her to it, but she was busy with family plans. Long story short, oh no. I dated my cousin and kissed them on that date. Never went to a big family function ever. No! What? Wait. So, did you see them? Like you're like, no. Oh fuck! How did you not know? Were they like second cousin or third cousin, or were they first cousin? Oh no!
Okay, if they were first cousin, I feel like usually you'd know.
Yeah,
if they're second or third, it'd be like awkward, I guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like, damn. Okay. A little bit too much blood shared. Oh my goodness! No. That's. Hey, if it's an honest mistake, it's forgiven, okay?
Yeah,
like, come on.
That's pretty fucking funny. I do think this is why, to my credit,
yeah,
I recommended that you don't engage on physical touch on the first date. I've been like, people are like, oh my God, I went on a first date and they didn't take my V card. I'm like, Jesus Christ, don't expect to go on a first date and have sex. You shouldn't expect that. That's also fucking creepy. The goal is to see, could we see ourselves dating on the first date? Not, can we bang? That's called a booty call. Call it how it is.
Yeah. Alina's my booty call.
Nope. Oh God. Wow. They just moved from Germany that year, and yes, first cousin. Fuck. To be fair, they had just moved from Germany, meaning Daddy Lupo had never probably seen this person. So at that point, I think you just gotta fucking laugh it off. That's so funny. It's cringe. I love it. Alina, I got something for you. They added a furry body pillow in War Thunder. Oh, fucking of course. Of course they did, because all furries play War Thunder. I don't, but I get it. All right, next story is the Japan mascot of the Air Force. That's awesome. Next story from Retro Rejects.
Oh, hell yeah.
Good friend of the channel. Big fan.
Big fan.
So this happened about 2 years into me and my ex's relationship. This is all the way back in college, mind you. Okay, so disclaimer, college dating is wild and miscommunication happens. It can also be a fucking great time to meet people. But I have a lot of funny dating stories from college and drama from people asking someone else out when they were friends in the group after they knew someone else was rejecting them. That's a violation of the bro code. Super rude. Don't do that. Anyways.
Yeah. A violation. You know what? No, I'm not going to say that. Continue.
I have refused to talk to a dude that keeps reaching out to me because my best friend was talking to them as a mentor. He's like, yeah, you should ask this girl out. You should. And then he after my best friend asked her out, she said no. She was busy with a lot of stuff. Totally fair. But then this guy asks her out a week later. I'm like, you advised my friend to ask the girl out, and then you knowingly asked her out after the rejection. That's fucking vile. Awful. I haven't talked to this person since. He's an asshole, in my opinion. And nothing he can ever do will change that. Violation of the bro code. Don't do that. I'm in the middle of junior year, mid-year finals that had wrapped up, and her and I wanted to celebrate. We are both poor college students, but we know the spot. We end up rolling a joint and heading over to the local Waffle House. Hell yeah!
Oh no.
Let's go. Thank you for the boss check. It's maybe 10 minutes away from campus. We pull up in the parking lot. It's already dark out. We light up and hotbox my car, and then we're good and toasty. We head inside.
Okay, wait, hold on. Before we continue, if there's not chairs being thrown in the story, it's not a good one.
Damn.
When it comes to Waffle House.
All right.
No. It will be a 0 out of 10 for me. Proceed.
Inside, there are 5 ladies working the whole joint, including cooks. But we are 2 out of maybe 6 people in this whole place. Oh, God. Instead of painting the picture, not many people. We order, get our food, and are in the middle of chowing down when we hear some commotion from the front. A man is up at the front brandishing a knife, attempting to rob the place. What? Oh, my God.
Please. Chair. Throw the chair. Throw the chair. Come on.
This is the classic Waffle House story. And pretty soon I hear a hell of a lot more rustling, and all 3 of the waitstaff on the floor, and the lady working the front of the desk pulls out guns and aims at the man and ends up subduing him. What?
What?
Oh my God. So there we are, stoned out of our minds, knee deep in a pile of waffles, watching a dude with a knife get manhandled by 4 women in a Waffle House attire, armed with guns. The police show up. We keep eating food. And in the middle of the guy being hauled out the door, one of the armed ladies comes up to our table and asks if we need anything. What? I was speechless. I left a 40% tip on top of a $30 tab. Hell yeah. Waffle House staff are badass. They're so fucking badass. I feel like Waffle House does security training, or they're like, do you know how to brandish a weapon and defend yourself? Because people will be mean.
Instantly hired if you have weapon training or physical combat training.
Are you an ex-convict? Hired. Honestly,
good job.
I feel like Waffle House would do that, which is awesome. Waffle House is great. I feel like every time someone's been to Waffle House, you got a Waffle House story. I have one too. Waffle House has their own disaster protocol. Yeah, it's like the Waffle House protocol with FEMA, the Waffle House index. That's awesome. Oh, God. What did you... I mean, you said you're high out of your mind, so I guess... Yeah, I'm like, what would you do in that situation? Just keep eating waffles?
Like, yo, what's going on in the front? Takes another bite. No. Oh
I-
my goodness.
I went to a concert in Minneapolis once, and afterwards it was like midnight, and we went to a Denny's at like 2 a.m. And then a police officer, a dude who came in, ran into it, then ran out, like screaming. We're like, what the fuck? And then like 5 minutes later, a police officer comes in. He comes up to us like, did you guys see this individual? We're like, yeah. The dude looked like cracked out of his mind. He's like, okay. He's like, well, I would suggest you guys leave in the next 15 minutes. We're like, what the fuck? So we finished up our eggs and waffles at Denny's real quick.
Only at a
yeah.
breakfast spot. I
Late night
swear.
waffles. The sketchiest things
Like-
happen.
Yeah, I know. Also, just to throw this opinion out there, chicken and waffles at any time of the day is amazing.
Yum.
Telling you right now,
Mm.
either like wake up, just go straight to your favorite breakfast spot, chicken and waffles, or alternatively 11 o'clock p.m. go to your favorite place, drown the chicken and waffles in syrup, please. So good. So good. That's my addiction food.
Oh yeah. A little
yeah.
life hack too. If you want chicken and waffles but don't want to make the chicken, I DoorDash Chick-fil-A chicken strips and made my own waffle at home. It fucking slapped. Would recommend if you don't want to make fried chicken on yourself. Like chicken tenders work great. Would recommend. Okay.
I definitely have not made chicken tenders yet, but
That's crazy with how much fried chicken you make.
no, I make fried chicken. I don't make chicken tenders.
All right. Well, that concludes the funny dating stories. Do I reveal my funny dating stories?
Does it hold a single candle to any of these stories?
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
So-
Go for it.
There's this girl that I led a book club with. And so like I felt like I should have asked her out because we were spending a lot of time together at each other's apartments. It's like, I don't know if I like could see myself like liking you romantically, but like I like you as a friend, and I feel like at this point I should ask you out just because of how much time we spend together, and it feels rude not to, which I think is like a really healthy perspective. Like if you're hanging out with someone a lot, you should just be like, do you want to date me? Just for clarification. And even though I wasn't like head over heels with her at the time, I thought it was still like healthy because that can grow. Like you can grow to like someone, and I like them as a friend, just kind of had like the butterflies, Butterflies are nice, but I don't think are necessary, and you can have butterflies grow later. Anyways, that's a tangential. So I asked this girl out. We go on our first date to this coffee place in Minnesota that I love. I want to go back to that place. I miss the coffee house so much. And we sit down with our coffee, and like we're playing Bananagrams as a date activity, which is great. Bananagrams is so fun. It's really easy to do, and it's portable, and it's doing something as a first date, I think, is a good thing because you have something to focus on that's not just like, let's talk about ourselves. You have something to like break the ice. Like I like bowling as a first date. That's a good one. Going on a hike, something that's active where you're doing something. Anyways, we're playing Bananagrams, and a dude in the book club shows up.
Oh no.
And we're trying to keep this on the down low because we don't want there to be drama. Like, oh my God, the co-leaders are dating. And so we're like, plausible deniability, we're not a thing yet. It's the first date. And this guy comes up and he's like, hey, how are you doing? And we're like, we're doing good. He's like, what are you up to? I'm like, oh, we can't say what we're saying. We can't say we're on a date because we don't want to start drama yet. And there's like,
We're hanging out.
We're just hanging out, talking about book club. It's like, sweet. Mind if I join you? Like, oh God. And he didn't really let us say no. So he grabbed the chair and sat down as he said, mind if I join you? And so
It was not a question. It was a statement. Okay.
yes.
You best not mind.
That was a statement indeed. And so he joins us, and I like make eye contact. I can't be like, what the fuck do we do? And so he plays 1 and 2 rounds of bananagrams with us, and he kicks our asses. We're getting destroyed by this dude. And finally, he's like, oh, my coffee's gotten up. And so before he leaves, I'm like, hey, I didn't want to make this super obvious, but I feel like I have to. This was actually a first date. And tell him, do you mind if you let us be? Wait, we don't know this thing. And would you mind keeping it on the down low? So this is the first date. We don't know if it'll work out or not. So we didn't want to share that information, but our hand was forced. But it was hella awkward.
Oh my. That sounds so bad. So bad. And you've been in theater before. You know about drama. Oh my goodness. That would stir up so much drama.
Oh yeah. And in a co-ed book club, like, I'm sorry, people that are in book clubs love the drama. We read about it. We read the drama. So, yeah, I was like, oh God. And sure enough, like the group texts, like were like blowing up. You're like, oh my God, we're so happy for you too. I'm like, guys, we went on a date because we didn't want it to be like, what if we agree that we're not going to be a thing? We don't want people to be excited and then be like, oh, they broke up. That's awkward. How are we going to do book club anymore? Like, no, we just wanted to go on a date.
I think that goes into this thing that I actually had a discussion with a close friend of mine about, where it was they left an Instagram note asking, what is the difference between dating someone and just talking? I think that's like the line.
Yes.
You just very much explained the line between talking and like being a thing.
Yeah.
Because you're not a thing. You're just like trying to see if it is a thing. And I feel like a lot of people have the misconception of, oh, you go out on a date, that means you are dating. No, the action of going out on a date does not mean that. Some people take a long time and actually just become friends for maybe even multiple years before they actually even think about being serious.
Yeah.
And actually, I feel like it's a lot healthier when that happens, you know?
Yeah, I 100%
Usually.
agree.
Usually it's up there.
One of the big struggles of online dating and dating apps is like, it's not really a good atmosphere to like normally you can go to group events. Like if we're going to go to the movie with friends, or you're going to a party, the Super Bowl party with friends, you know, and like you can engage with people there in a group setting to like see if you like each other. But with online dating, it's just one-on-one, and you are going on dates, but you're still in the talking phase. But it's like you can't organically get to know someone, which is kind of hard via online dating. You can make it work, but yeah, it's definitely tougher than with a group or just over time, like being friends for like 4 years and stuff.
Oh yeah. You know, and then you already have that bond. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
That's why some people, and it's kind of weird to think this way, but like sometimes your best friend feels like you feel like you're closer to your best friend than the person that you're dating. The person that's supposed to be the closest to you,
Oh yeah,
is in fact not the closest person to you. You know, it's kind of insane, and that usually is a very direct sign, or at least a consequence of getting into dating with someone way too early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my best friend and I, like we were like, we could totally be a domestic partnership with how good we're at communicating things. Like, hey, I didn't appreciate you did this, or hey, would you mind putting the dishes away? It was like people were like, you act like you're a married couple. We're like, we're not, but like we as roommates, you know how to communicate, and that's really important. Another date story This is a nightmare
No.
and prevented me from going on a date for a year afterwards. So,
Like, wait, okay, physically or like emotionally, mentally?
emotionally
way?
and mentally, it was a disaster.
Okay, don't mean to laugh. Proceed.
Okay, so I met this girl on Hinge. She's really cute. She
Oh,
matches my crazy energy. Like we're bouncing off each other. Great. She's super direct with me. Is like, hey, we've been talking for 2 days. Do you want to go on a date? Which I appreciate. Normally it's like the guy is the one who asks out, and I'm like, fuck that. Just be direct. The thing with as a guy on a dating app is like, I want to make sure people feel safe. So when I ask to go on a date, they're good. Some people like you can talk to them for like 1 day and like let's go on a date the next day. And some people are like I need to talk to them for a week. So I kind of like you gotta figure it out. She was super direct. It's like let's go on a date tomorrow. I'm like whoa, okay.
Awesome.
I like this energy.
Yeah.
My goal with a dating app is to go on a physical date with someone as soon as possible. After I filtered them out, like okay, they might be eligible.
Exactly. No, and I have that same experience before. I've matched with a couple people, not a big amount of people, and it is always the same thing where they either need a week of just like talking, and they're the most antisocial people when it comes to messaging. Like you can't call them, you can't be like, "Yo, let's like do at least do something casual." No, no, I don't trust you. Like very directly telling me you are not trusted by me. I'm like, okay, fine. Well, I'm not every single person, and if you're not gonna make this work, well then I'm gonna just move on. That is the dating experience on a dating app, and clearly you got a very lucky situation.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Hinge. Oh my goodness.
Hinge is probably the best dating app, I think, for heteronormal people. And they also,
Yeah,
it might be
I
good for
agree.
not that. Like, I like it how, like, you have to respond to people, which forces them to engage. It's not like Bumble where it's like, oh, the woman talks first, and the woman just says, hi.
Don't
I
remind
got
me.
so many of those. I'm like, okay.
Don't remind me of Bumble, please. Don't remind me of Bumble, please.
And Tinder is a nightmare. I had to do a consulting project for them. I was like, this algorithm is fuck. They charge you more money
Yeah.
if you're undesirable. Fun fact. Anyways,
Yeah.
dating apps in general are bad, but I think at least 2 years ago, Hinge was the best one, I thought. She matches my energies like, let's go on a date, which is awesome. I am being intentional and want to lead by example. So I book a reservation at Bojo's Pizza, which is a great local place. She hasn't been there before. Very delicious. And so I'm like, sweet, I got this and everything. So we meet up. We're talking like in the line, which is doing good. And they're like, hey, we accidentally got rid of your reservation. I'm like, fuck. Not a great look, but she saw that I had still scheduled my reservation. They apologized for removing my reservation. And so I'm like, well, do you want to wait an hour? I don't really want to. And she's like, there's an IHOP across the street. Let's go to IHOP. I'm like, hell yeah. Matching my energy of being flexible,
Wow.
spontaneous
Lucky
and
draw.
flexible. Yeah, I was like, this is perfect. I love her energy. It's a great date. We talk, we have a great time, like on the date, everything's good. But then at the end of the date, she's like, hey, I really liked hanging out with you. This was wonderful. But before you continue, I need to tell you something.
Oh no.
And you can tell in the tone of her voice that
This
it's
is the
bad.
nuke.
Yeah.
This is the nuke,
Yeah.
guys.
And so she tells me she has terminal brain cancer and has like 3 months to live.
No.
And I'm like, fuck. And then as she said that, like I look back on the date and she's like, you might have noticed because like I have short-term memory and things. And I'm like, oh, that's why there's a couple of strange things. And she's like, so I just want to be upfront. Like, it's totally okay if you say no and you don't want to continue on dates because of that. I appreciate you for going on this date with me tonight. It made my night like stress-free. I didn't have to worry about it. And I just had a good time. Like, I had a great time too. And so she's like, think about it. I don't want to stress you out or push you through that. She's like, thank you for tonight. And then we left separate ways. And it was fucking brutal because like perfect, like matched my energy. All of the like the green flags were saying yes. No red flags were checked, except the biggest red flag of isn't going to be there in 3 months. And like, I thought long and hard about that. I was like, do I go on this date and do I go on again and like give her the best 3 months of her life or try to? But then like, that's so much emotional, like hardship that you're suddenly thrust into. And I was like, it'd be very romantic to say I would be willing to do that. But I was brutally honest and wasn't. So I like DM'd her the next day. I was like, hey, I love the date. It was wonderful. I'd love to continue. But after what you said last night, like, unfortunately, I don't think I'm willing to do that.
No. This is a drama movie. What the hell?
I know. It was so sad.
Elena, please tell me that was a lie. Please tell me.
This is a real date. It fucked me up. I didn't go on, like, I uninstalled Hinge after that date, and I didn't go on a date for like a year later because it was traumatizing. And then I was like, I could have like DM'd her like 2 months later, like, how are you doing? She might not be there.
I'm just like, I'm so glad that you went through that and not me. If that ever happened, I honestly, you took it like a champ for 1 year. I would not be able to get back into dating after that. I'd be destroyed after that.
Yeah,
like, that'd be Taco Bell marriage. And stay a widow.
She would have been so down for that too. It was like all the check marks were there. It was so sad. And even now I'm shaking sharing this story because it hurts. It was like the biggest what if, but also like I had to be real. Like I'm not willing to fall in love with someone in 3 months and then have them not be there. All right, let's read some of the chat. Also, for what you were talking about before, I'm demisexual. Got to form a bond with you before I feel attracted. Same, 100%. Like, I can acknowledge people are conventionally attractive. I've done photography for models. I'm like, you are conventionally attractive and hot, but like, I don't feel anything. It's once you form that attachment. And I think demisexual is like, I feel like most people are that, but people don't know how to put a label on it. It's a very healthy thing. A flexible woman is a great thing. Why didn't you cure her cancer? I thought you were a god or some shit. I'm a priestess of Bastet. Unfortunately, I don't have that power in real life. So yeah.
Just give me the kidney stones. It's okay. I'll hold them for you.
That was a brutal first date. And kind of fucked with me, but like it was a life experience and I'm kind of glad it happened. Like it was like a big what if that makes sense. I don't know.
It's okay. We don't have to discuss it anymore. I'm sad for you. I'm sad. that hurt my heart.
Here's how I feel about it. Oh, that song is actually way too fitting for this.
No, it's not even like a sinking ship. It's like heart, like when your heart drops, like you feel it like down there in your stomach. Like my heart would go through the ground. Like it would fall out of me. It would hurt so much to hear that. Oh my goodness. You're so like,
yeah,
I would lose my mind for at least the next 10 years. I'd feel so horrible.
Unironically, like I went on a pity date after like I was hanging out with some friends and I told this story. And like someone's like, fuck, I'm taking you on a date. I was like, okay. And that kind of broke me out of the cycle. So shout out to that friend.
Oh my.
You can't share that story while there's a sad trombone in the background.
So sad. Oh my goodness. Jeez.
Yeah, it fucking
let's move on, please.
All right, let's go change the topic. Chat. Now, This is for chat and viewers. I want chat to help me determine a romance game for us to play. But before we do that, I would like to make an announcement.
Oh?
Yeah. I'm engaged. No, just kidding.
No!
No!
It was supposed to be me! Why?
Why? Here's this announcement. I'm showing it on my screen right now. Here is the Alina Booba mousepad. I am currently taking pre-orders on it right now. It is for $30 right now. You can help pre-order. I need to make an order of at least 10 so I can order it. But really, I just need to 5 pre-orders, Michael. We have 4 so far. If you would be interested in buying a Alina Booba mousepad pre-order, it will be delivered in approximately 1 to 2 months and should arrive at my place. So I'd say shipped out within 3, probably more like 2 months realistically. But you can get it right here in this link right here. My Ko-Fi for the pre-order.
Oh, hell yeah.
Speaking of romance,
Please pre-order.
you can squish the Booba mousepad.
Oh my goodness, please. I want mine signed. I want the OP. The OP size.
The original design.
The original one that's really shiny and huge. I want it signed, please.
Would you buy 2? Because I need to order 3. The minimum order size is 3, so I'd have to order 3 of the OP one.
Dang it. Okay, I'll think about it.
Just find 2 other friends to order it.
2 other? Yeah, no, not
Pyramid scheme, baby.
Pyramids. I have to enlist 2 other soldiers before I could continue.
Alina Mars gay? What? Mars?
That was sus.
Yeah. I don't know about that one.
So to all the viewers and listeners, I really, really appreciate you all hanging out tonight. Thank you for the debut episode of the podcast. If you have any comments for things we could do in the future podcast ideas, topics, please let us know. I'd like to feature some guests as we figure out this format. I really appreciate all of you wonderful beings hanging out for the Between Two Furs podcast. For those watching live, we'll have a recording of this uploaded to YouTube, and we'll look at having the audio distributed other places too. Anyways, I wish you all a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful night. Wonderful morning if you're listening to it on the toilet. Hope you have a wonderful time. Juniper, you have any last thoughts?
Last thoughts. Yeah.
Last thoughts.
I hope you enjoyed. Honestly, this was fun. It's definitely going to happen live again because you all were such amazing people to talk to during this podcast.
Yeah. Other things, if you support the channel, you can go to alina.card.co. That's alina.carrd.co for a link to all of the important social medias.
Sorry, had to.
I'm like, God damn it. Have a wonderful night.
Have a good night or morning.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.